You want to go full-time with your online side hustles. Let's talk about it and how you can actually make this happen. I have been a full-time YouTube content creator since 2021, so coming up on 2.5 years now. And there are a few things I learned about going from a part-time creator before and after work and during my lunch breaks to actually being a full-time creator, surviving on my income from my channels for the last 2 years. So if you want to take your side hustle full-time, no matter what it is online, let's talk about how to actually make that happen. The first thing you're going to need to do is get serious and commit to this goal. Very, very few full-time creators or digital product sellers get there accidentally. It's just not something that happens. It can be incredibly hard to make a full-time living from online endeavors. To actually achieve this, you need to be committed to your goal and be very serious about it. You need to write it down. You need to write out your plan of action and then work backwards from those goals. You need to do this to make sure that you're serious about this happening. You might want to tell your friends or your family, or if you think that they won't believe in you, just leave a comment down below saying that you are serious and you are on the path to being a full-time creator online. You are able to do this and you are committing to it right now. So if you need to, leave a comment and let me know that you are doing this. You are committing right this second to making your goal happen. The next thing you need to do is actually get clear on the audience you're helping. So you might have an audience that's made up of different types of people, but you're probably right now not super sure who they are. A lot of people before they go full-time are just kind of throwing things at the wall. You're trying different types of products, you're making different types of content, you're seeing what actually will maybe go viral or what will actually hit the trending in sales. You're trying to just throw as much out there as possible in order to either get lucky or find a niche that works. And this is fine in the beginning, but if you want to be a full-time creator, you need to get a little bit more detailed. You need to know, is your audience stay-at-home moms who are moms of 3 kids but still want to earn money online? Is your audience gardeners that are using this as their hobby to enjoy more activity in their life and be more active? Is your audience teens who are trying to get into college and don't have the resources to pay someone to help them? There's so many different types of audiences out there for different types of content and products. So you just need to be more specific on who your audience actually is. Getting specific makes things a lot easier because you know who you're talking to and you know what products you can sell. You know what affiliate items you can recommend. It's just so much easier to have an audience in mind when you're creating products and content so that you're able to focus on them and give them what you know they need. To move your side hustle to a full-time profession, you really need to get serious about separating your business and personal expenses. This is so critical and so many people wait too late to do this and they've had intermingling between their personal and business finances for a long time, but the earlier you can do this, the better. I personally use Relay to make sure that all of my business income goes to one place and then it's automated into certain buckets, like saving for my taxes, for saving for business expenses, for saving for my actual paychecks that I'm gonna pay myself every single month. I have things separated and automated to make it a lot easier for me as a full-time creator, so I don't have to worry about that stuff. I don't have to worry about the finances of my business because I know it's all taken care of. And when you are still in the side hustle phase, when you're still in the phase where you're making just a little bit of money, you might feel like that's super far off. But the thing is, you should start early. As soon as you're making $100, you can open up a bank account, a business bank account, and have all of your money go toward that. It makes it a lot easier as well when you're doing your taxes at the end of the year because you're not mixing and matching different personal and business expenses, and it looks a lot better to the IRS if they ever come looking into your finances. Another thing to do when you're taking this from side hustle to full time is to actually strategize your income streams. If you are going all in on something online, you need to know that going all in also means you need to protect yourself with income streams. This is because there are very few platforms that will stay consistent income-wise forever. Things are going to go up and down. Things are going to go really high up sometimes and then drop completely out of the picture. I have had income streams that were earning me $2,000, $5,000 per month completely disappear. And it happens. It is something that if you're going to do this full time, you need to anticipate and expect, and never ever put all of your income eggs into one basket. You need to have multiple income streams because they can disappear unless you are fully 100% in charge of them, which is basically only email marketing and selling digital products to your email list. So if you are doing anything like relying on AdSense, if you are selling products on Etsy, if you are on any platform that you don't 100% control, you need to have another income source and another income stream in your business. And this just allows you to roll with those punches as income streams drop. You can rebalance, you can earn more in one area versus another. For me personally, I have multiple income streams. I earn money from advertising and brand sponsorships on videos. I earn money from digital products that I sell on multiple different sites, both on Etsy and my own website. And I do a lot of affiliate marketing, and having those multiple income streams means that I'm not fully reliant on any single one. So if one disappears, I'm not completely out of luck. I'm able to work on the other ones and increase them as I work on building another income stream to replace the one that disappeared. And on the topic of income streams, you need to create a plan for each piece of content on what income stream will support that content. Basically, every single piece of content or every single thing that you create needs to have an income stream behind it. So maybe you're making a lead magnet and you're like, oh, it's free, but it's not free because you are getting people on your email list where you will then promote a product to them immediately that's related to your lead magnet. Or maybe you're making a short form video. You are really trying to increase your reach and you're wanting to reach more people, but the video itself isn't sponsored. So how are you going to make sure that that piece of content earns you money? So let's say, for instance, you're creating a piece of content that's a video. How are you going to monetize it? Is it going to be making money from ads? If it's on Instagram or TikTok, maybe that's not the best option. Is it going to be a brand sponsored video? Are you going to give a shout out to a product in that video? Are you going to be promoting something that you're an affiliate of? So for each thing that you create in your business, you need to know how that's going to earn you money. You need to know what income stream is behind that and how it will add to your overall bottom line. The next thing you need to do to go from a hobbyist to an actual full-time person doing this type of work is to create a plan for your content and products. Almost everyone I know has both content and products online, and whether you're doing one or the other or both, you need to have a plan for the year, basically, of when you're creating certain types of things. You need to have some level of a content calendar so that you know a little bit in advance what types of content you'll be putting out, and you can plan product releases around that content or vice versa. Even if you're not doing it really detailed, you need to have a general idea of what you have coming up so that you can plan everything else around it. This is definitely one of the keys to making more money in your business doing this versus just doing it for fun as a side hustle. If you're relying on these things to actually pay your rent or your mortgage every single month, then you need to have a better plan and know what you're creating and why. And the final things that I think you need to do are to focus on community. That is both the community that you're creating with your social platforms and the community of other creators and other people doing the same type of work as you. So let's first look at the community that you're creating. No matter what topic you're working around, no matter what style of content or products you're making, there is a community of people out there that would love to support you. After doing this a few years myself, I know that community is so important. It matters more than anything because they are the ones that will help you when you launch a product. They are the ones that will recommend your products. They are the ones that will tell people about your channel or your Instagram. They are your ambassadors and they will help you grow faster than anything else. They will also be the source of a lot of your income streams. Creating a community that is there to support you no matter what is really the difference between someone that's just starting out and doing this as a hobby and someone that has built a community of raving fans. That's especially true if you're trying to build a membership community, but even just building a typical audience on any of these platforms. People buy from those that they know, like, and trust. The other side of community that you'll need if you are going full time is a community of people doing the same work as you. If you are a YouTube creator, find other creators with channels your size, find different Facebook groups, find community of people doing the same thing as you. Having someone to chat with that does the same type of work as you, even if they're making similar products or making similar videos, can be so helpful. You can find different tips and ideas. You can share what works for you and get that back in return. I personally had a mastermind that helped me go from a hobbyist creator making a couple thousand a month into a full-time creator where I was able to support my family and pay our bills. I was able to do that because I spent 2 years in a mastermind where we met over Zoom and talked about what we were doing. We all created similar content, but we also shared what was working. We shared our wins, we shared our losses, and we all learned so much from that community that actually more than half of us are now full-time creators working in our own businesses and able to say that we did it because of that group. So the final thing I want to leave you with in order to take your little side hustle online into something that's full-time or even a huge 7-figure business is that you need to remember that this is a long-term play. And if you're constantly creating videos, products, written content, you can very quickly burn out. It has happened to so many people, and that's why there's so many different YouTubers that I used to watch that are no longer creating because they burned out. They found it was easier to go toward a regular job or different type of work. So it's something that you need to protect yourself with, as well as actually make a plan for how to get full-time without burning out quickly and hating what you're doing. Focusing on finding a rhythm that works for you and your particular lifestyle is really helpful. So personally, I film on certain days and then I edit on certain days and I do content creation like that. And other people can do it a little bit differently. Maybe they film once a day, they edit a video once a day, things like that. It really just depends on your rhythms and what works for you. But finding that instead of trying to force yourself into doing as much work as possible, as much of your to-do list as possible, will be the key to getting you full-time without burning you out. This is definitely a long-term play. You want to be a creator that lasts for years, not for months. And if you're wanting to do it full-time and earn a living, you definitely don't want to burn out because then you'll be in a really bad position. So those are my best tips as someone that has gone from a hobbyist that was just doing this for fun to a full-time creator for the last couple of years. There's no end in sight for me. I plan to be doing this for several years to come, maybe even decades. So I hope this was helpful. And if you have any questions about how to make that transition to a full-time creator, let me know in the comments and I will definitely be answering questions. So I will see you down there and check out this next video if you need a little bit more.